So, Czechia. I bet Prague is the first thing that comes to mind, right? And yeah, it's great, but I was curious, what else is there to this country once you get out of the capital? I figured the best way to find out was just to get in the car and see for myself. Turns out there's way more to it than I first thought. If you're wondering what lies away from the main tourist crowds, you'll want to see this. I'm Ronnie, and my travel style can be a little intense. I like to see it all, do it all, and experience everything that a place has to offer. So if you're up for a really immersive travel experience, you're in the right place. This video is basically a rundown of a road trip I did around Czechia. The whole point was to explore a bit beyond Prague and get a feel for what this country is really like. I'm going to cover quite a mix of places, some you might know, others maybe not. First proper stop was Pilsen.
So this is Pilsen. Never heard of it. No, neither had I. You'll have heard of Pilsner though, which is what the town is known for.
This is where Pilsner beer comes from, and that was a good reason as any to make it an early stop. But honestly, beyond the brewery, the city itself is a really handsome historic centre. The main square is huge and surrounded by some lovely old buildings. It felt like a good, solid introduction to what Czech towns have to offer. A bit of history, nice architecture, and of course, decent beer.
So this is Písek in the South Bohemia region of Czechia, about 100 kilometres south of Prague. Very nice place.
I'd heard this place had the oldest stone bridge in the country, even older than the Charles Bridge in Prague. It's not huge or grand in the way some famous bridges are, but it's got this incredible sense of history to it, just standing there over the Otava River. The town itself is pretty quiet and has a really nice relaxed feel. It's a good spot to take a breather and soak in a bit of proper old Bohemia.
Proper big open space, right in the middle of the town. This is like a whole avenue of park. Lovely.
This one's definitely on the map, and for good reason.
So this is Český Krumlov. It's this little fairy tale village in South Bohemia, known for this like crazy castle complex behind me.
It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and the whole place is like stepping back a few centuries. The town is wrapped in a bend of the Vltava River, with this enormous castle complex looking down on it all. It is touristy, there's no getting away from that, but the sheer prettiness of the architecture, the narrow cobbled lanes, and the views from the castle are pretty undeniable. For me, the real charm is in those little details. The painted houses, the river. It's definitely one of those places that you'll definitely be glad to have visited.
That's a beautiful town. I mean, it looks nice even in the rain, so if it was a nice day, it'd be even nicer.
From Český Krumlov, I headed over to Telč.
It's another UNESCO World Heritage Site here. They like those. We've got a lot of those.
What makes Telč so special is its incredible town square. It's this long triangular plaza surrounded by these immaculately presented Renaissance and Baroque townhouses, all with colourful facades and linked by arcades. It felt almost like a perfectly arranged film set. It's smaller than Krumlov and felt a bit calmer.
It's a very cute little town.
After those beautifully presented towns, it was time for a bit of city life, so I pointed the car towards Brno. It's Czechia's second city, and it's got a completely different feel. Much more of a working, modern city, but still with a really interesting historic core. I spent my time checking out landmarks like the Spielberg Castle, which is a pretty commanding presence, and the impressive Cathedral of St. Peter and Paul. There's this whole network of underground attractions in Brno.
I don't know what's happening.
I checked out the water tanks and the ossuary.
What I'm expecting down here is a load of skeletons and skulls. Oh wow.
What I liked about Brno was its energy. It's a big university city, so there's a youthful buzz, and it just felt like a place where people actually live and work. A really good contrast to the smaller spots. My last stop was at Kutná Hora.
I didn't realise Czechia was so full of UNESCO World Heritage Sites, but this is another one. So it's about 80 kilometres from Prague.
The town used to be hugely important because of its silver mines. It was basically the treasury of the Czech kingdom. And St. Barbara's, which is dedicated to the patron saint of miners, is the incredible result of all that wealth and ambition. A seriously impressive end to this trip.
It's a genuinely beautiful town. I say that about a lot of towns, but
you really can't do a Czech road trip without taking in a few castles. Sometimes they're quite hard to miss. I managed to squeeze in a couple more that really stood out. Vltava Castle, which isn't far from Brno, is this huge sprawling fortress overlooking a reservoir. The setting is quite dramatic. Then there was Pernštejn Castle. This one looked like it was straight out of a fantasy film, a proper hardcore medieval stronghold perched on a rock. It's amazingly well preserved and gives you a sense of what these places were like centuries ago. As you can see, once you get out of Prague, there's a whole load of different places to discover. For me, it was a good reminder that there's often much more to a country than its most famous city. If you want to find out more about all of these places that I've mentioned, then check out my Czechia playlist. If you want to see more content like this, please give this video a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, it really helps. Cheers, see you soon.